In the USU Special Collections, there is this beautiful illuminated manuscript. It dates to about 1855 to 1857, and it was probably owned by a Hindu family living in the Kashmir Valley. Manuscripts like these are called gutkas, and they are pocket-sized anthologies of ritual hymns and prayers that a practitioner will recite to themselves in a special place in the home, usually near an altar. The USU manuscript is one of probably thousands of similar manuscripts scattered around the world, but don't let that big number fool you, because manuscripts of this nature are particularly difficult to study. While some are tucked away in private family book collections, many others have been destroyed by the intense humidity of South Asia's climate. The USU manuscript, however, is special. The pages are made from a fine English paper that shines silver in the light and still feel like silk in between your fingertips. Colors like hot pink, cerulean blue, and burnt orange are paired with soft greens and peaches. Short-statured figures float across the landscapes, and little dots of gold ink constellate the pages. And all of this makes the USU manuscript come alive. Now, I realize that that is a strange thing to say, that this manuscript is alive, but I really want us to think about that, because in many Hindu traditions, the practitioner believes the god inhabits their image during specific moments of worship. So, the illustrations in the USU manuscript at one point weren't considered just paint on paper. They were considered to be the living presence of someone's god. During Hindu private devotion, a Hindu practitioner will treat these images with the love and care a parent would show a child. In the morning, the practitioner will gently wake the god with an offering of a song or something sweet for breakfast. Sculpted images can be bathed or dressed in silks and fine jewelry. Either throughout the day or on holy days, Hindu families will make a variety of offerings to these images, including incense, small handfuls of coins, or fresh flowers. And in return for these acts of devotion, the god's image will bless the practitioner and their home. Beyond this, the practitioner believes the god's living image can dance or hear prayers and answer them. But more importantly, these images can see. And for the Hindu practitioner, seeing isn't just physiological. As they read the texts in the USU manuscript, that Hindu Kashmiri family would have meditated upon the god's image in the illustrations, and they would have understood that not only did they see the god, but the god saw them back in a reciprocal exchange of eye contact, which Hindus call darshan. Darshan is a way in which Hindus can experience God's grace and blessings in a very intimate and personal way. And through their practice of darshan, a Hindu can reaffirm their faith and devotion to their God. So darshan isn't just seeing God, it's more like touching the hand of God. Now, I can understand if you're still finding it difficult to accept these images as living beings, and that's okay. After all, I'm not here to convince you all to convert to Hinduism, although I hear Utah is a great place to learn how to be a missionary. If we start looking at objects like the USU manuscript as living beings with histories and personal stories that they could tell us if we only listen, then we could come to understand the rich contours of their original contexts that much better. What I mean is this. The USU manuscript was used in private devotion, maybe daily, maybe multiple times a day. Someone once touched this manuscript and turned the pages and thought about these illustrations in ways I never could. But even though Krishna in Kashmir seems radically different from Krishna in Logan, those two times and places are connected by this one manuscript. Isn't it funny that in order to learn about a place over 8,000 miles away and 150 years in the past, all we have to do is listen to this little manuscript right here at home? Thank you.